What's up, everyone, and welcome to JMD Puzzling. I didn't really do an intro for episode 3, and I don't really know why, but I just did. But I am doing it for episode 4. Because we are here for the completion of Mount Rushmore, right? Mount Rushmore, the finish, the finale. So I wanted to do a little bit of a fun little intro, just to say, hey, thank you for welcome for one to JMD Puzzling. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for, if you've been watching through all the episodes, thank you very much. If you are new here, welcome to JMD Puzzling. Check out more videos, other episodes of this puzzle, or you can check out other puzzles that I've previously done. This is puzzle number 16, so there's plenty of puzzles to go through. And we've got several more to come. So yeah, consider subscribing and all that. That would be amazing. You can check out my other channels this way. You can check out my other channels as well. JMD, JMDPLAY, JMD, ClearTalk. That would be amazing if you check those out, and subscribe to those as well if you would like. Subscribing to all of them and doing all the interacting and stuff helps get all the videos to in front of other people's faces, helps with the algorithm and all that. So it would be amazing, any kind of help that you can give on that. And if you are a TikTok person, I got a TikTok link up there now. As something I started, I actually had already kind of had it going, but I was trying to see in how well it would do or work. But yeah, that's a JMD Nation on TikTok. I just kind of throw anything over there. So if you're more of a TikTok person, you can find stuff over there as well. And but anyway, if you want to kind of support, that little link right there will help help give me support. Help give the JMD Nation support. And that's more of an ongoing. If you want just one time, you can do the little QR code over there. If you wanted to, help the JMD Nation in any kind of way, it'd be amazing. And thank you very much for doing so. And any kind of support you give is very much appreciated. So thank you. So yes, that's what we were here for, to do the finale of the Mount Rushmore. I hope that you have enjoyed this series. We still have more to go. This is not the last episode. We still got to glue it. We still got to frame it and place it on the wall. I got to figure out where the hell to put it. But anyways, thank you very much. And I'm going to shut up and let's get to the video. Later. What's up, everyone, and welcome to JMD Puzzling. We're back here for episode 4 to finish up this puzzle. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to finish the puzzle. So we have this middle section here that we have left to do with all the rock and the faces. There's a little bit of like distant trees and stuff in here. But this is what we're going to work on. And we have all the pieces right here to go through. So what I'm going to do to begin with is set them out. I'm going to try to like distinguish between pieces that are just like rock pieces, pieces that are like face pieces, which have the purple in them, and then pieces like this that have the little distant trees in them. I'm going to try to separate all that out real quick so we can get an idea of where we're working, what we're working with, so that we know. Make it a little bit easier. Hopefully, a little bit easier. All right, so let's get to it. Okay, so I think I've got pretty much everything kind of situated out, separated out, I guess just to say, for different like imagery or whatever. So all of this over here is going to be anything that has any kind of purple, which is a part of the faces. All the purple sections that are part of the faces, that's all right here. Any kind of bit of purple is right here. Well, there's one right there with the tiniest little bit. So is that one. That's very tiny bits of purple, but it does help a little bit. And then there's areas that's got the little trees, hill, this little hill, and the trees in the distance. Anything that had the green, the dark green in it is up here for the trees. And then we have areas that are kind of like a darker brown rock. That's what I'm kind of deciding most of that probably is, although some of this could be right there in that blend area, but the rest of this, which is all gray, should be this right here. So I'm going to try to first work out some of the trees area down here, and also maybe some of this rock area, which would be up here and maybe here, and then we'll start to hopefully form through the rest of it. So let's get to it. Okay, it looks like we've kind of finished up the tree area here. Although there might be some brushes of little bit of tree section in some of this. Probably going to be in these. That might wind up, yeah, probably, I don't know, maybe. So now we're going to move on, trying to finish up this little side rock over here, the side rock over here, and then we're just going to keep going to the center. Let's go. All right, so we have most of the side rock section pretty much done on both sides. And then we had a few that we had to kind of play with, find that were over here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to continue trying to work upwards because I want to do the faces last. That's what I want to do. So we're going to try to work through all these and work it in to where we get to where we are doing the faces to complete the puzzle. So let's get back to it. All right, so it took a little bit. It was a little bit of working out some things, some sections before I could place them in place, and you know, these some really weird piece of puzzle pieces, and sometimes you can look at them and you don't think you see something, and then all of a sudden when you go to place it, it's there. It's kind of crazy, but anyways, so now we've worked all of the rock up. Now we are left with nothing but the face pieces. And so we're going to little by little build that up and try to go ahead and complete this puzzle. So let's get back to it. right, last piece. Boom. There we go. The Mount Rushmore 500 piece puzzle is complete. Ha! Man, that was really cool. It's awesome to for it to been able to go so relatively smoothly. And outside of the crazy pieces that would kind of trip you up and stuff, but that's what I've talked about before about puzzles. A lot of times being quite unique, and having these different types of unique pieces a lot of times. And you just never know what you're going to get when you buy these puzzles. I mean, I would have thought this would just been a pretty straightforward puzzle. But then once we opened it up and we see all these jagged, crazy cuts, and I mean that's just what's so really cool about you just never know what you're gonna get, right? When you come to the puzzles, because it relatively looks like a pretty straightforward, simple puzzle. I mean, it's not any crazy, weird, specific design or imagery or anything like that. Which made it fairly easy as far as separating out sections. The reason why we were able to do it the way I did it as far as the episodes. But I'm glad that I did it the way I did, though, and finishing it up with the president's faces. I just thought that would be a really cool idea. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you for joining me. In the next episode, in episode 5, we will glue this bad boy. Glue it up and probably go ahead and frame it. I'll try to have a frame ready for it so we can glue it up and frame it wherever we're going to put it. So which I've got to figure that one out. So thank you very much again for joining me, and until next time, it's been JMD Puzzle. Peace. I'm out.